I am that we have once again with us. We were to have Honorable Oscar Requena and CEO Valentino Sal, but apparently they have other duties to do, so we will miss them today. Director of Local Government, Mr. King, and with us today, Ms. Kisha Rodriguez from 5 States. We are also happy to receive from the Prime Minister's Ministry of Economic Development, Mr. Matis, Ms. Sosa from Rotary, Mr. Alegria from Environment, I will assume, and other members of the team, school representatives, and other officials. Thank you for being here. Good morning. And councillors and members of the local authorities in Benque Viejo, welcome to this meeting. And to each and every one of you who represent the communities, institutions, organizations, your presence here this morning demonstrates that the goodwill and interest that we have in improving the environmental concerns affecting and impacting our municipality. The late national recognized radio announcer and comedian Edison Severino Solman referred to his hometown as La Isla de Benque Viejo. Up to the mid-1980s, the town's limits ran from Riverside Street northeast along Coffin Creek at the main entrance to what was the then Atropo Pass, to the Rocky Road to the southeast. The road is now the Church Price Boulevard. And it is, for all intents and purposes, the center of the town. With the demand of houses and parcels, it has expanded into the hillside areas known as Hills of Promise, La Santa Cruz and Lomas del Rodeo, and southeast and southwest into the low-lying, what are called the Free Zone and the Old Border Road areas that are adjacent to the western border. Our key concerns vis-a-vis climate change in Benque can be categorized in 4 main areas: flooding and ironically drought and fire hazards, especially in the surrounds, and as slash and burn farming and the hot climate sparks flames, as was seen on 2020. Likewise, there is an issue of the Mopan River traverses the Maya Mountains into the Petén and re-enters into Belize at Benque Viejo. Hence our slogan that Benque Viejo is the place where history, culture, and nature meets. 3 main waterways cut across the town: Coffin Creek at the north, unnamed creek in the center town, and another unnamed one at the southwestern end. This remains dry for the most of the year. However, heavy rains on the past years have seen these water courses overflowing. This is exacerbated by the fact that houses and fence walls were never properly set. Proper town planning was obviously disregarded. Squatting and satisfying promises for houses, parcels, and other laxness has resulted in those very same residents and landowners facing periodic floods. Fires in the early April 2020, wildfires in the surround past an imminent threat as it approached the eastern limits of the town. The Benqueño spirits voluntarism emerged again to combat and extinguish the fire. Losses incurred by farmers, the damage to the environment, and the cost of the time put in by the volunteers, and yet to be quantified. Mopan River, of much importance to its situation, with the Mopan River, which, as you know, has its headwaters in the Maya Mountain but meander into the Petén region before re-entering into Belize at Garbat Falls, and from there on past Benque Viejo to the branch where Macal River joins it and proceeds to its mouth into Belize City. There appears to be the next to nothing in terms of environmental concerns across the border. The river waters have remained pretty much stable. However, it seems that there is a neglect by our neighbors' authorities to monitor the increased activity near the water sources. Lately, the Mopan River is often brown and murky on its re-entry to Belize. A large number of families reside along the banks of this and our community's longest river. During the last flood, the main water pipe that feeds the reservoir in town suffered extensive damages. Residents of Benque Viejo and San Jose Socorros rely on this potable water system. On another note, because the water system is the gravity-fed one, most hillside residents face challenges with their water supplies. Drought too is a matter which we must address as soon as possible. Municipal action. Since taking office last year, the council has continued with maintenance and upkeep of drains across the town. We have opened roadways and were impossible for many years. We have had to come out and assist persons who reside in the flood-prone areas. We are looking into rebuilding a small bridge in the Hills of Promise area. We know that there are other such needs, and hopefully we can do that before the heavy rains begin. Workshops with NEMO have been held. We realize that we must coordinate more properly and ensure that our support agencies are on board. These are some environmental and of the matters that the town council needs to look at. But for our plans to materialize and have a positive result, we need the cooperation of all. I am glad to see that our stakeholders are here and to share their climate change concerns and to offer our suggestions on how to help solve these problems. We know that these climate change issues are not unique to Benque Viejo. Forums like these are key and important because the awareness it brings forth. But collectively, action must be taken if we are to improve the quality of life for all, at the same time it is our individual and collective interest to take positive steps to practice environmentally friendly conservation and actions. We know that our actions and our inactions have its effects on the environment. I look forward to the early time ahead where the plans discussed here will be put into action and that all of us do our fair share and improve our environment. Welcome all to the Benque Viejo. Thank you.